Hiya guys, West Country Explorer here. Today I'm on the outskirts of Yeovil. Look, Yeovil is just inside Somerset by the skin of its teeth, but where I'm going to be, I'm just inside the Dorset border by the skin of my teeth. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be walking a couple of ancient trackways known as holloways. You can see one behind me. That's known as Bradford Hollow. It goes towards Bradford Abbas, and the other end of this lane behind me connects with the second lane I'm going to walk, which is, I think, Lee's Lane it's known as. So two ancient trackways that I'm going to walk along and then back again and do a bit of filming as I go. Never walked along these lanes before, only just recently sort of learnt about their existence, so this is brand new to me, this walk. And guys, hope you enjoy. So there's a Yeovil just in the distance, and this is a bit of an out of town shopping centre area where you got like your Argos, your sort of Matalands and stuff like that. If I twizzle you around, and this is the start of the lane. Like I said, this is Bradford Hollow. And I think this is still officially designated as a right-of-way, like a roadway. I mean, in previous centuries, this would have been, like, I suppose one of the main roads in the area, but now it's just a trackway. I think people do come along here on their sort of off-road dirt bikes, motorbikes and that, bit of off-roading. Now, at the other end of this lane, where this lane meets with Lee's Lane, there is a BMX place. I think one of these outdoor areas where people can go on their BMXs. Not sure what you'd call it exactly. But yeah, somewhere where like kids can go on their BMXs. So as you can probably hear, it is a bit wet underfoot. Well, you can see it's a bit wet underfoot again, and a little bit of ice. Yeah, it's been quite cold recently. The last 2 or 3 days or so has been a bit brass monkeys. Oh, sun's a bit bright there, guys. Sorry about that. I'll tell you something. I mean, this is right on the edge of town, busy town. Now, walking along here, I wouldn't feel as though I'm so close to a busy town. Oops. Alright. I say it's just so quiet along here. I'll tell you something, guys. I'm loving this. This is a nice little explore for me. Again, this is one of those places. Choose your footwear wisely. As you can see at the moment, it's very wet and muddy underfoot. So, good set of walking boot stroke wellies for this time of year. But it's in the, well, I suppose good walking boots in the summertime as well. Even though the ground would be dry in the summer, Probably not exactly good for trainers. Just spotted, probably can't see it on camera, just spotted a squirrel running up there. Don't know if the camera would have picked it up, probably not. Bit of a swing there by the looks of it. Some kind of a swing. I don't know, no. People wouldn't be using that as a swing, would they? No. I'm not sure that's before. I must admit, walking along here, I do feel as though I've stepped back in time. Oh, this is a bit of a climb. Oh, hello. Little bit of a hollow here. Hello, anybody there? I'm going to explore in there a little bit. I don't know how far I get, but I'm just going to stop you a sec, guys. Well, I couldn't get very far at all down there, hardly any distance. But, I mean, I had my torch on, so I could see that the tunnel, well, you can hardly call it a tunnel, but it does go very, very far. And it's very small, too small for a human. So I'm wondering if maybe an animal's dug along there, and I don't know, maybe something like a badger or something like that has dug a deep tunnel into there and made a home there. Oh, so I don't know. I don't know if you'd get badgers along here. I honestly don't know. But I mean, like I said, that tunnel goes a very long distance from what I can see. Too small for a human, so I can know. My assumption is an animal's done it. So, yeah. Is that I reckon that is going to be a route for that tree. Oops. Sorry guys, camera suddenly tilted quite a bit there. Oh. But I mean, this really does feel like I'm walking through history. I mean, a trackway like this would have been, well, it's got to be a few thousand years old. People started walking along here a few thousand years ago, I reckon. Right then, we're coming to the end of Bradford Hollow. Oops. Oops. Oh. Right, so there's a main road there. Now what we've got here, this is Lee's Lane. Now, I'm not sure how old this trackway is. I don't think it's quite as old as Bradford Hollow. But it is a fairly old trackway. I thought I'd just stroll along. It's all part of a network of old routes. Right. Down there's Bradford Hollow. You can see how deep down it is. There you go, guys, that's where I've just walked up that little trackway all the way down there. You can see how well it's sunk into the ground. And just over there you can see that's all part of the BMX place, where kids can go on their bikes and all the rest. I don't know if you can make it out very well through the trees, but all part of Yeovil there. It's been many years since I've been to Yeovil. So as soon as I'm here, I think I might pop into the town centre, see what it's like. Now, I think it's probably been about 15 years or so since I've been to Yeovil town centre. It wasn't anything particularly special then, and from what I've heard, it's gone downhill quicker than Eddie the Eagle. So I have heard that nowadays it's an absolute dive, Yeovil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the town centre and I'm going to form my own opinion, because with different places, you know, like towns, villages, cities and all the rest, opinions can be very subjective. You know, take any place in the country. One person will think it's absolutely flipping fantastic, like absolute dog's bollocks, whereas another person will think it's just bollocks. You know, they're absolute rubbish. So yeah, I'm going to go into the town centre later and form my own opinion. Right, that's looking very muddy and wet. So, right, if I bring you guys over here, yeah, you can see the BMX place a bit better now. It's all very open countryside here. Oh, Lee's Lane, not as impressive as Bradford Hollow. I think this is pretty much the end of it. By the looks of it. Oh, right, yeah, that's I think that's safe to say the end. So there you go, guys. Nice little stroll through the countryside. I would highly recommend walking along Bradford Hollow if you're in the area and you like walking along very old country lanes, like ancient trackways. Bradford Hollow, I'd highly recommend. Big thumbs up. Lees Lane, this last little section I walked, I personally wasn't over impressed with it. It's just a bit, looks like a bit of a bog standard trackway. If you want to walk it, fair enough, you know, I ain't gonna stop you, I ain't gonna completely put you off, but I would say personally Bradford Hollow, definitely highly recommended. Lees Lane, you're not missing anything if you don't walk it, so don't worry if you don't do it. But you know, well, I mean, I suppose it's like I was just saying about towns and city centres and all the rest. I suppose trackways, again, it's all subjective. I wasn't overly impressed with Lees Lane, but some people might be highly impressed with it. So, you know, all I can do, guys, is give my own personal recommendations, which is Bradford Hollow, yes. Lees Lane, don't worry if you don't do it. So, anyway, guys, I'm starting to waffle a bit. So, on that happy note, I'm going to bring this video to an end. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And the usual, guys, take care, stay safe, and God bless.